Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Waller's Wallet, and the word from American Express is that they're looking to refresh some of their cards this year, somewhere around the May time frame. And hopefully that means some new benefits, some new earning rates on some of their cards. But American Express, here is my wish list of things I would like to see done. Now, if you want a simple way to help out the channel, consider hitting that thumbs up button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn that bell notification on as well so you don't miss out on future videos. Now, American Express cards have a lot going for them, but at the same time, they lack in some areas as well. So while some people are really Team American Express, there are some places that they can definitely improve upon. Now let's take a look at my wish list. The first thing I want to see American Express do is eliminate the excise tax when you transfer your points to domestic partners. Now with American Express, when you transfer your points to a domestic partner like Delta or JetBlue, for example, you're going to pay a fee to transfer those points, and that's going to cost you 0.0006 cents per point up to $99 per transfer. Now, while this only affects domestic carriers and not international carriers, this is an absolute garbage fee American Express charges customers, and no other flexible currency charges their customers to transfer points to domestic programs. So I would love to see American Express eliminate this fee in its entirety, because not only does this reduce the value of their points, but American Express, some of your cards have annual fees costing customers hundreds of dollars per year. So to charge your customers to transfer their points to domestic programs in addition to these annual fees is just ridiculous. Now, while I would like to see this fee removed on all transfers across all of their cards, I do think it's more important to at least remove these fees on cards with higher annual fees. Because you're already paying such a high annual fee, there should not be any extra fees to move your points. It's almost like you're being penalized for using a domestic partner. So I think it's time for American Express to join the other currencies and remove this fee. The next item on my wish list is that they improve their portal redemptions. Now, while American Express has the best airline transfer partners of any credit card program out there, their portal redemptions are definitely lacking. Now, in order to get some sort of uplift, you either need the Business Gold or Business Platinum card, and this is just for airlines, and even those cards have their restrictions. Now, you could also get a card like the Schwab Platinum, but that uplift is not only for their portals. And for hotels, American Express just flat out sucks. But I would love to see American Express update the value of their points when you redeem through their portal. And I'm not saying American Express needs to go crazy here. And all the other banks have their portals at 1 cent per point for either airfare or hotels. So I'm fine with American Express keeping a 1 cent per point value for airfare, but they do need to boost up the hotel values to at least 1 cent per point depending on your card. Because the fee-free cards don't need to get any uplift, and we don't see any other banks doing that. So I don't think American Express needs to offer that either. But I do think we need to see some extra uplift on cards that do have annual fees for all their portal redemptions and not just specific airline options. Especially when Chase, who is probably their biggest competitor, does offer uplift on cards that have annual fees. Because with the Chase Sapphire Preferred and the Chase Ink Preferred, you get a 25% upfront uplift on travel redemptions. And for the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you get a 50% uplift on all travel redemptions. And I do think it's crazy that the Platinum card gets the same portal redemption value as the no-fee American Express Everyday card. I think it would be great to see maybe a 15% boost on the green card, 25% on the gold, and up to 50% boost on the Platinum card. And this would need to be for hotels and airfare, but ideally it would be for all travel. I would also like to see this uplift given as an upfront discount instead of on the back end. The third item on my wish list is they need to update the Blue Cash Preferred and the Everyday Preferred. Now, when I think of the Blue Cash Preferred and the Everyday Preferred, I think of someone or a family who commutes to work, buys groceries and cooks at home, and doesn't necessarily want to be bogged down with a lot of cards, but they want to be rewarded for their spend, because these cards are pretty well-rounded cards. But both of these cards have pretty much been the same for a long time, and I don't think the Everyday Preferred has ever been updated since it was launched years ago, and the Blue Cash Preferred has had some minor updates to it. And I would love to see the grocery limit increased, because $6,000 per year might be okay for someone who's single, but for families, this very well may not last the entire year, And if that's the case, then those people might be looking for another card for their grocery spend. And ideally, you would think American Express wants to see people use their card year-round. But I do think doubling this limit to $12,000 would meet many family needs. And this also may be enough to keep people using their Blue Cash Preferred when a card like the Chase Freedom Flex or the Discover It is offering it as one of their 5% categories. Because big grocery spenders might need to use those cards instead of their Blue Cash Preferred so they don't hit that $6,000 limit sooner. Then since gas is a multiplier on these cards and this is a helpful category for commuters, it would be great to see some sort of extra benefits added for these groups of people. And I've always thought about them partnering with AAA to offer some sort of basic AAA membership, and that would be great for these cardholders. And a classic AAA membership is $52 a year, so I'm sure this would come with some sort of annual fee increase, but for commuters, depending on the annual fee increase, it could still be worth the cost. Because this could provide people value, and it could also give them peace of mind if something were to happen to them while they're driving to work or maybe driving with their family. And since this would be a benefit from American Express, then American Express has them covered. Then for a category refresh, I think for the most part, both of these cards are pretty solid. But adding a new category, it would be useful. It could be a broad online shopping category or even maybe entertainment. Then the next item on my wish list is that airline credit needs to be changed. Now the airline credits for American Express, I think are a benefit that we love to hate. It's really not user-friendly, and people do have to go through some loopholes to get it to work for them in the best manner possible. I mean, many of us were using the United Travel Bank until that option closed to us, and others are using some other methods with Delta or Southwest. Now, it would be great to see this made into a travel credit, but realistically, I don't see that happening. So if American Express is not going to make the airline credit easier to use, I think it would be great to see them change it to something completely different. And since these credits are on travel cards, it would need to be travel related. Now, I think for ease of use, while it wouldn't be perfect, allowing an American Express travel portal credit to be used any way you want it to be used would be the easiest option for American Express. This way you could use it for a cheap hotel or airfare or offset your cost in some way. But this would make the credit easier to use, and while it's still not as great or as easy as a travel credit, it would be better than an airline credit. Then the last item on my wish list when American Express refreshes some of their cards is adding spending incentives. Now, American Express used to have these on some of their cards years ago, but I think this could provide people a reason to keep American Express cards at the front of their wallet and not just to use them for certain categories. And what I'm talking about here is offering extra points or cash back after you reach certain yearly spending thresholds on these cards. And this could be tiered offers by how much you spend as well. Because this rewards people for hitting certain levels and it makes people want to use their American Express cards more. Plus, American Express does get those swipe fees, and of course, you're gonna have people who try this and will miss out on those levels altogether. But if you could earn something like a $200 credit after spending $20,000 on your Blue Cash Preferred in a year, or 15,000 points after spending $20,000 in a year on your gold card, for example, this would be a nice boost in addition to your other typical credit card rewards and would almost be like a built-in bonus each year. Now, realistically, not everyone's gonna hit those limits or even be interested in it, but I would think American Express would want to keep their loyal customers happy, and by adding a back-end incentive, it could keep American Express cards used more than just those bonus categories. Now, it'll be really exciting and interesting to see what American Express does with their cards later this year when they do make some updates. And I'm really hoping they make certain credits more customer friendly because American Express credits as a whole are definitely more tougher to use. And with the way they've been using their temporary credits, it does give me a little glimmer of hope that maybe they'll make them a little more customer friendly. But some of the items on my wish list is on the redemption side, because I think it would be great to see American Express have their portal actually be more useful, because right now, it's not. So tell me, what is on your American Express wish list when they update some of these cards? Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in this video. If you want to help support the channel, take a look at the links down in the description below. And if you know somebody that could benefit from this video, feel free to share with them. And until next time, safe travels and take care.